Yo, what's up everyone? My name's Dave and you suck at programming. Alright, today I'm going to tell you why you suck at using the shell. And what do I mean by that? You're probably confused by your shell. You probably log in and you're like, oh, I don't really know what file's being read. Is it my bash RC? Is it my Z shell RC? Is it my bash profile? Is it etc profile? Where are my environmental variables set? I need to put something in my path and I try to modify my path variable, but it's not there. What the hell is going on? I'm going to answer a bunch of those questions today, alright? So to get started, we're going to log into a machine I have. We're going to log in this machine called Arbiter and we're going to see what happens. Bam. Okay, so what happens here? We log in, we get a little message of the day, we get a little OS so we can see that we're running OmniOS, and then we get hi from /home/dave.bash_profile. Why do we get that? Well, I'm logged in as Dave, and we are in my home directory, and as you can see, there's a bash profile file here, and inside it just says just echoes hi from here. So it lets me know this was being sourced. So when I log in over SSH and fire up bash, you can see that it reads from my bash profile. What if I fire up bash inside here? What if I just execute bash? Well, now it reads from my bash RC. Isn't that weird? Okay, what if I fire up bash with -l? Well, it reads from my bash profile because that's a login prompt. That's kind of weird. Can we make it more complicated? Of course we can. What if I become root? What if I want a sudo on the machine? Sudo -s. Well, okay, I have root privileges now, but it read it out of home Dave bash RC. What if I sudo -i? Well, I have root privileges and it read it out of /root.profile. Okay, cool. Sudo su root. I want to just become root, pull in all of root's environment. We've pulled in /root.profile. That's kind of interesting. Why do we pull in .profile and not bash profile? Well, let's look. There is no file named bash profile. I'm tab completing and nothing's happening. Let's open it up and make one. What happens if we make one? Hi from root bash profile. Okay, so we have this file now. So we log out now. Let's log back in with sudo. And this time it read it from my bash profile. So isn't that interesting? If bash profile doesn't exist, it reads it from your profile, but if bash profile exists, it reads it from that and doesn't even try to read it from profile. How interesting. There are so many different places this could possibly be read from. Are there rules to this? Does any of it make sense? And the answer is yes, of course there are rules for it. All right, you can pull up the bash man page. You can look for something like bash_profile and we can get some information. Okay, cool. You can run bash with --no profile to tell it not to read it. But right here you can see by default, bash reads these files when it is invoked as a login shell. See invocation below. So if we look for invocation, we can go down to the invocation section, and here we can see a list of the files that are pulled in, and it tells you it changes based on if --login is present, which is -l like we used before. It'll read from etc profile if that exists. After reading, it will look for bash_profile, bash_login, and profile. In that order, reads and executes the commands of the one that exists and is readable. So because bash profile existed, we didn't make it to bash login or profile. There are rhymes and reasons to this, okay? There are reasons that it gets executed in the way that it gets executed. And sometimes it's easy just to be like, I don't know where things go. I'm just going to dump it in every file. Slow down, read the documentation, figure it out, understand it, and then if you so choose, you could have your bash RC just execute what's in your bash profile and you can consolidate it all down to one. That's what I do. My bash profile might actually be a symlink to my bash RC. I don't remember how I have it set up. So yeah, there's some cool information on login shells with bash.